Hello there, I'm outside Dublin Airport's Terminal 2, about to take a short flight across the Irish Sea to Birmingham with Aer Lingus on their Airbus A320. Now, I've recently taken a flight with Ryanair on the 737-800 going in the opposite direction. So this will be a great comparison against two of the major Irish carriers to see who does it better. So let's get going and have some fun.
and gentlemen, you're very welcome to Birmingham Airport. The local time now is 10 minutes to 1 p.m. and that's 5 minutes ahead of our scheduled arrival time. For your safety, please remain seated in your seat with your seatbelt securely fastened until we've arrived on stand, and the captain has switched off the fasten seatbelt sign.
Okay, so that was Aer Lingus. Hope you enjoyed the video so far. I do apologise, there's not a great amount of footage before takeoff. I'll explain why shortly, but very briefly, it's taken me a couple of weeks to come up with my final thoughts for this flight. You'll see why very soon. First of all, though, the good points. Now, Dublin Airport is really, really impressive. I really enjoyed my time in Terminal 2. It's very light and airy and modern. Lots of food outlets and obviously stores as well where you can purchase any last-minute gifts before you board your flight. One thing I would bear in mind if you are travelling through there is I certainly couldn't find too many PowerPoints. So if you are filming, for example, like myself today, or if you're working on a laptop, do make sure your devices are fully charged before you travel through the airport. Secondly is US pre-clearance for immigration. This is fantastic. If you're travelling long haul with Aer Lingus to the States or with one of the US carriers, you can actually clear US immigration in Dublin, which means you arrive as a domestic passenger. This is absolutely fantastic. Having travelled to the US myself, you can get some very, very long queues when you do arrive in the United States for very good reasons. So this saves you a lot of time. So do bear that in mind when booking your next transatlantic journey. Now to the slightly negative points. Number one, although I'm a big fan of the A320, probably prefer it to the Boeing 737. This particular model was a little bit older and it was starting to show a little bit of wear and tear. So a few scratches on the windows, the cabin wasn't overly clean and the seat was a little bit worn as well. Secondly is the reason why there was no footage before takeoff on this video, and unfortunately that is the cabin crew. Now, I've flown on numerous flights, and as you may know, I was a flight attendant myself a few years ago. So I'm well aware that you're not really supposed to film the crew or their procedures on board. When I boarded, I was of course filming the aircraft, looking to film the seats as well. One of the flight attendants took exception to this and challenged me to make sure I wasn't filming her. I explained I wasn't, she seemed fine. After boarding completed, pretty much a full flight today, the senior flight attendant visited my seat and again challenged me on what I've been filming on board. I tried to explain that I wasn't filming the flight attendant, so I understood the rules. He wasn't really listening to me, didn't want to hear my explanation, just emphasised again and again that I couldn't film the flight attendants on this aircraft. This made me feel a little bit uncomfortable. It was done in front of the rest of the passengers and it kind of left a sour taste in my mouth for the whole experience that I had on the day. That being said, it was very good value for money on Aer Lingus, so I wouldn't say don't fly them, but personally, I'm not in any hurry to do so, and it's a shame this could just be an off day for the crew. Thank you very much for watching. I did hope you enjoyed the video today, and I do look forward to hopefully sharing my experiences with you in the future. Do stay tuned next week for the video, which will be Thomas Cook on a trip between Birmingham and Palma, Mallorca, and it was a much better experience for me. As always, please do subscribe, like, and share this channel, and most of all, take care.